steel cage, a place where no man wants to go. But in professional wrestling, if you have something to prove once and for all, the steel cage is the only battleground left. And so tonight, two of pro wrestling's giants, Steve Dr. Death Williams and Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, meet in the steel cage. After months of bad blood, back alley brawls, mugging and bitterness, the steel cage is all that's left. And you'll witness this historic battle next on Universal Wrestling Federation's Fury Hour!
Everybody, I'm Craig DeGeorge with the living legend of wrestling, Bruno Sammartino. Great to be with you again, Bruno. We've got another big hour of excitement here, UWF style. Of course, we've been talking about it for a long time, the big match between Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Dr. Death Steve Williams. They've had several bloody matches, and this has come to its peak here on this program, the steel cage, Bruno, perhaps the toughest of all kinds.
Bloody matches, this is going to be the bloodiest because you find two individuals in an unusual tough match in a cage. But most of all, these are two individuals who hate each other. And all that hate in the front, everything is going to be settled in that cage.
And you can see the cage. It's a steel cage. It's a very tough match, of course. And Bruno's gone through them. It's going to be something else. Almost losing my voice on this one, Bruno. Also, this program, you'll be talking with Lou Albano about something developing here in the UWF, right. And that is the UWF Sports Channel Television Championship. And what about that?
This is going to be great because you're going to see the toughest competitors in the world, and they're going to be competing for this Sports Channel American TV champion. I'll tell you, I'm excited because I want to see who's going to wind up with this beautiful belt.
I hope they have a good race, Bruno. Otherwise, we're in trouble over here. A lot more to come. Let's get to Herb Abrams for tonight's card.
Craig and Bruno, an all-star lineup is in store tonight, beginning with one of UWF's most popular wrestlers, Steve the Wild Thing Ray. The new despicable tag team of Cowboy Bob Orton and Cactus Jack, with their manager, John the Golden Greek Tolis, will be in action. The UWF debut of a popular wrestling veteran, the very cagey SD Special Delivery Jones. The man with the tan coming out of the sand, Sunny Beach, hits the squared circle tonight. And the one we've all been waiting for, the steel cage brawl. At one end of the ring, Dr. Death, Steve Williams. And on the other end, his fiercest enemy in the UWF, Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. Ask the Wrestlers answers another lucky viewer's question. And a very special Captain's Corner as Lou unveils the UWF Sports Channel Championship belt. The Beach Brawl is coming June 9th. UWF's first ever live pay-per-view event to crown the Sports Channel Television Champion. Call your local cable system now. Tell them you want to see UWF Beach Brawl June the 9th.
Hello out there, wrestling fans. This is Captain Lou Albano telling you to call me every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Captain Lou Albano Rap Line. That's right, you'll get your best interviews of professional wrestling, news and views, and also personalities in the world of entertainment. It's Captain Lou, baby. Don't forget to call me every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Captain Lou, baby, your fountain of information, and I'm talking to you. Woo! I feel good. Hello?
Craig DeGeorge with wrestling's living legend Bruno Sammartino, ready to get going with another Fury Hour here at the fabulous Hotel Pennsylvania, where we will come back on May the 10th. May the 10th, a Friday night, back here in the Big Apple for another UWF card. Make your plans now for that one. And here he is, Bruno.
Steve Ray, the Wild Thing, huh? And the Wild Thing is going to take on the Beast. Who's the Beast?
Speaking of beasts, with us is the Golden Greek, John Toll.
Let me tell you guys something. You listen very close, especially you, Bruno, the guy that thinks he knows everything, and he knows absolutely zero. Nothing. Absolutely nothing of professional wrestling. Didn't I tell you guys last week that my team, my great stallions of Orton and Cactus are going to be the greatest, and they proved that they were the greatest. I got hundreds of letters. Hundreds upon hundreds of letters telling me you were right, Golden Greek. They are the best wrestling combination I have ever seen in a long, long time. And let me tell you something. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning when it comes to Orton and to Cactus, led by the Golden Greek.
Hold on a second. They didn't win the match, though, did they?
As far as I'm concerned, it was a great victory for the whole team. You understand what I'm saying? They never lose. That referee was partial, you understand? Now, let me tell you something. You take a look at Cactus.
Wait, the referee was knocked out, and you guys are the ones who knocked him out.
As far as I'm concerned, we won the match. That's all that counts. That's all that counts. And you know what? I get hundreds of letters about Cactus and Bob Orton, especially Cactus.
Are you telling us that Cactus and Orton are going to become a steady team?
That's their team. That's my business and your business to find out.
Why don't you focus in on Orton and Cactus Jack there, and I know they're coming up next, so we'll get a look at them, and we'll see just how great that tag team is. Wild Thing Ray and the Beast. Always appreciate John Tolis coming in. Hey, great move by Wild Thing. Pulls him off top rope and can't put him away.
Yes, sir. That was, I don't understand that move for the Beast. He goes up there, jumps on the second rope, he's looking at the audience, and he knows that his opponent is in there. Well, it's not like he was hurt or anything, and he turns his back like that. He's lucky he didn't break his neck, because the way Steve Ray came behind him and hooked him and just took him backwards, he took quite a blow.
All I can say, Bruno, is I hope this is not becoming a weekly thing here, the weekly chat with the Golden Greek.
Boy, I'll tell you. Seems like he always has something to say. He has something to say here with the microphones, and he always has something to do over there by ringside. He's a very busy man.
By Wild Thing Ray. Now the body slam. It's like fireside chats with the president. What? Wild Thing Ray working on the Beast. By the way, coming up this program, we will announce at last just where Beach Brawl will be, which is coming up on June the 9th in Florida. It's going to be on the west side of Florida. And we'll have a little more as we go along here on the Fury Hour.
Well, that's great. We know it's going to be in Florida. We know it's going to be June the 9th. And I'll tell you what, and for the first time, pay-per-view, you can see it all over to watch and see who is going to be the Sports Channel America television champion. That's exciting. Meanwhile, I was just looking at the Beast as he's outside the ring. I wonder where he trains. Looks like he trains with pizza and beer.
From that George Foreman diet, I believe. Look at that. Wild Thing just drops him from the top rope, and the referee gets in there and says, "You cannot do that."
Why not? He told him to break. All he did was break. If the guy was silly enough to straddle his legs on that top rope, all he would have had to do was step out on the first rope, and the referee would have had a break. He chose both legs on the top rope. I'd have done the same thing. The referee says break, just let him go.
I don't know if it was the Beast's decision, though, to be up there.
It was a beastly way to do it.
Meanwhile, Wild Thing continues to work on the leg, thighs of the Beast. The Wild Thing is looking a bit like a beast right here.
It's always like he's smiling. This guy he always appears like he's really having a good time, like he enjoys being in that ring. Talking about Steve Ray, the Wild Thing. He really, really loves to be in that ring. He loves his fans. They respond very well to him. And he just has a good time in there.
And don't forget, later on, we will have the big cage match between Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Dr. Death Steve Williams, and I know, talking to some of the fans here before the program, well, there's just a buzz going around this arena regarding that matchup and the potential for what could happen. Mr. Wonderful, Dr. Death, Steel Cage later on in this program. So keep it tuned to Sports Channel America.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm looking forward to that. There's been an awful lot happening leading up to this thing, so we're finally going to see it.
We'll also have a special Captain's Corner later. Captain Lou and my colleague Bruno Sammartino will at last unveil the UWF Sports Channel Championship belt. And I know, Bruno, you were testing for size there. Does it fit you? And why were you doing that?
Well, you know, and listen, I was impressed. It's quite a belt. It's very impressive. And here's the pin.
There it is. I think maybe you're trying to get into that elimination tournament somehow. Well, Big Ray victorious here in the Fury Hour, putting away the Beast with ease, I would say. Back at the Hotel Pennsylvania, the Fury Hour continues. I think one of the great matchups we've seen over the weeks here in the UWF tag team matchups, and certainly one of the rising groups, is this tandem. Cactus Jack, behind him is the Ace Cowboy Bob Orton. They are unorthodox, they are vicious, and I guess most of all, they are very, very difficult to deal with.
And then most of all, they're managed by John Tolos, which, of course, means a lot, especially to the people that they're going to face in that ring. In the ring, we see this Brandi, who's a good-looking athlete, but this other guy, Mike Carnera.
Yeah.
Now, there's a big, big kid. I mean, a young guy who's new. He's still training, but look at this guy. He's 6'8", I believe, and weighs 330 pounds. Now, he's just a kid, really. He's a very young fella. I hate to see a couple of years from now, if he keeps training and get some experience behind him, where this guy's going to go, because he sure is an awesome-looking guy.
Unfortunately, you may have to pay for that experience, at least in this particular matchup against Orton and Cactus Jack. Hey, how about the big news? Your reaction June 9th, the pay-per-view event, Manatee Convention Civic Center in Palmetto, Florida. That's outside of Sarasota, Florida. Of course, you can see it live across the country on pay-per-view, and those of you in Florida, make your way over to the Manatee Convention Civic Center.
I understand it's a beautiful arena. I'm excited about it because it's not so much, you know, the location is very important. Obviously, we're very happy because you and I will be doing the play-by-play.
Yeah.
But the thing is that people can see it all over the country, pay-per-view, and they're going to see some great, great competition here, and they're going to see a champ, Sports Channel America television champion. I think it's very exciting. I'm so looking forward to it, Craig, I'm sure you are.
All right, and circle that date again on the calendar with a nice red marker, June the 9th, pay-per-view event on cable systems nationwide. So just call your local operator for details.
Just saw this Mike Carnera. He just gave Cactus Jack a shove and nearly knocked him through the ropes, and Cactus must have thought, where'd this guy come from? This guy's strong.
I don't think you think of Cactus Jack being all that large. You kind of get caught up in his look and his 27 teeth. But the fact of the matter is, Cactus Jack is one big customer as well. As you can see, he nearly sizes up to the 6'8" Mike Carnera.
Well, the problem is with a kid like Mike Carnera is that this kid's probably come to the amateur ranks and so forth and so on, and he's not used to the likes of these guys. Now look at this. What's he going to do here?
Oh, hey! Dove from the ring area right into Cordero, knocked him into the crowd as well.
Yeah, but an upside down dive, which was extremely dangerous, because if that Mike had moved aside, he would have really come crashing down on his head. And God knows what he might have done to himself. That's a dangerous, dangerous move. But then again, from Cactus Jack, hey, very unpredictable, and anything and everything is possible.
Forget about screws loose. This guy has bolts loose. Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It was a Kamikaze pilot move.
And now he throws the elbow to the chest area of Cordero. And tags in finally for the Ace Cowboy Bob Orton. And we talked about it over the weeks and months that Cactus Jack really is at home outside of the ring. More so even than inside the ropes.
Indeed, indeed. Well, right now, these young guys are getting a bit of a lesson because they're not used to this kind of competition. Like I say, new in the professional ranks. And I think they probably expect to go in there and have sort of a scientific kind of match that they're used to. But when you meet Cactus Jack and Bob Orton, of course, it's going to be quite the opposite. But hey, as you said, you learn from this, and these young guys will, you know, although the match is by any means is not over, they're staying in there and they're going back and forth. And Brandi right now is doing a pretty good number on Bob Orton, and let's see if they can keep it up.
All right, Brandi throws Orton in. Nice job there. Throws him into the turnbuckle. Mounting an offensive attack. Now again, oh, this time he takes the knee to the neck.
It's that experience again. You know, this Brandi got a little excited, came charging in, and Orton met him with that knee. And now he brings Cactus Jack just as he's got the man Brandi hurt a little wee bit, which is the proper time to tag. You have your fresh partner come in and take over.
And a good job by the referee to point Orton to the corner and get him out of there quickly.
There's Colas on the outside, and Holler and Chris Manfred continue doing a great job. Keep it up. Kick,
like their manager. Cross body block there, putting it away, possibly? No, not in time.
Nah, not
good job, though. Couldn't get it over.
Very, very good job, but it wasn't enough to get a guy like Cactus for count of 3 from that.
Tried to hip toss him, can't do it. Brandi
stopped him.
Turns him around, good side suplex to bring him down. Very good execution by Brandi, who is, I think, earning a lot of respect. Oh, he misses on the big splash.
Not only misses him, but he's trapped right on the top rope on his neck. That's wow. This could be it. Wow. To his credit, he kicked out of it. I thought that was it.
He slingshotted himself off that top rope.
Yeah, but he came down on his neck on the top rope. After he did the high dive in the air, I mean, he came crashing on it. It's amazing that he was able to kick out of it. Really was. But Orton, of course, taking full advantage now, knowing that the youngster is hurt.
Orton trying to put him away, but can't do it. Working around the neck with the elbows. Now has a chin lock. And you can see him really yanking back, getting that leverage, getting that weight into that move.
Elbows to the midsection by Brandi, and they're close by, so Orton says, why not tag right at this point and gone to the head so that Cactus can get a quick shot in there.
If Brandi and Cornero have learned anything, Bruno, it's the quick tags that Jack and Orton have been making. In and out, keeping a fresh guy in there, and it certainly is paying off.
Brandi, if he can right now, he should be trying to make that tag if he gets the chance.
Unusual takedown by Cactus Jack, but of course unusual is usual with this guy.
Yeah, but he came up really with a high knee. And he caught Brent. What's he going for? A power driver here? Let's see.
Try that consequences move he has.
He went for a power driver, but he got caught in a backdrop.
So he's out of there. Here comes Orton again, and Brandi just cannot get out.
He can't make a tag. He can't tag Big Mike. They're keeping him away from there, and they're staying on him. They don't want him to tag because they know they have him weakened, and they figure, stay on him and perhaps get him in a situation for a pin.
And Cactus Jack looks like he's gnawing away there at Brandi. And now they're pulling him apart. And again they tag in. I think we're seeing the development of Orton and Cactus Jack as a legitimate tag team here in the UWF. They're working together very well.
Well, look, they're both extremely tough individuals. They've told us as their manager. I'm sure they spend a lot of time together going over a lot of things. And they're going to be tough. I mean, regardless how much time they spend together as a team, the fact is they both have been around a while and they both know what they're doing. And like I say, with Tolis in there. Oh.
Cactus Jack coming down, but that time he takes the big boot of Brandi, who really should get out of there. He kind of somersaults to get Cornero.
Cornero tag?
In, yep.
Okay, now come on, big fella. Let me see what you can do. Good, some good shots. Don't let up now. Keep him coming. Keep him coming. See, such a big guy. If he could get this guy into a body slam or something, remember, just think of the height. That would do some damage. He's getting them both on. That's it.
And he's hitting both of them. He knocks Orton down.
Is this guy big or what?
Jack and knocks him out.
This guy's a giant. Look how big he is. That is big guy. Come on, big man.
Big.
Wow,
behind by Cactus Jack, and just as the Golden Greek became involved and talked to the referee, Boom. Cactus Jack able to trip out. Now Orton, what's he doing?
Well, sure, he's coming off that big thing. See, what happened is his big Mike was coming off the ropes when he got this leg hook that came crashing down on his head, and that's what did the damage. His ass knocked him out.
And that damage added up to a victory here for Cactus Jack and the Ace Cowboy Bob Orton.
Well, that makes Stolas happy. Look at him smile. Look at that smile. Hey, we did it again. Stolas couldn't be happier.
It also means we're going to hear another punch and malarkey from him next week. Or at least in the coming weeks.
Well, they certainly did look impressive as a team. They did quite well together, and Stolas, no doubt, has reason to be proud.
Craig and Bruno, what a wild and crazy move Cactus Jack threw on Mike Canaro. It's the kind of unpredictable, exciting wrestling you get when you see a UWF card in person. The UWF returns to New York City for the Rumble in the Big Apple 4 on Friday, May the 10th, for an all-star card in the continuation of our elimination tournament leading to the big pay-per-view crowning of the Sports Channel television champion. Then on Saturday, May the 11th, the UWF goes to the State University of Delhi in New York for another dynamite attraction in the Squared Circle. For tickets for both of these great UWF events, call now at 516-587-4UWF. Captain Lou unveils the UWF Television Championship belt next.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to show you a most prestigious belt. This is the Universal Wrestling Federation TV Championship belt, Sports Channel, that is, TV Championship belt. There will be a winner in an elimination tournament on June 9th, and someone will proudly wear this TV Championship belt. Bruno, being an expert on belts, Bruno, and I know you certainly know belts well, I'd like your opinion on what you feel the value of this belt.
Well, there's no doubt that as the tournament begins, they have an awful lot of superstars who will be competing for it. And of course, by June the 9th, I believe it is, that the Sports Channel American Television Champion will be declared. And I think that whoever wins this belt, it's going to be interesting because, like I said, there are an enormous amount of talent here. But whoever wins it, a lot of things go with that belt. For one thing, a busy schedule, a lot more demands, a lot of prestige as well. And believe me, everybody's going to be shooting for this thing, and it's going to be an interesting tournament that's going to be taking place starting very shortly.
Well, I've got to say, Bruno, I have to agree with your opinion. It's a prestigious belt. We've got some of the best talent in the world in Universal Wrestling, and there will be a winner. You'll be seeing it on the 9th. Don't forget, June 9th in the Elimination Tournament, and this is a beautiful belt. It is the Sports Channel Universal Wrestling Federation Television Championship. That is June 9th. Thank you.
The Beach Brawl is coming June 9th. UWF's first time ever live pay-per-view to crown the Sports Channel Television Champion. Call your local cable system now. Tell them you want to see UWF's Beach Brawl June the 9th.
You know what? I'm just picking up the phone because I'm going to tell you to call your mother, call your daddy, call your brothers and sisters. Tell them to get to the Pinta Hotel. Right now, it's the steel cage match. Paul Orndorff, Dr. Death. You know what it means. 2 men in, 1 man leaves. No rules, anything goes. And you people all over the world, from Tokyo Bay, from Germany, from Russia, you know, when a man gets in a cage, a steel cage, and he's put in a little corner, and he has nowhere else to go but straight ahead. Paul Orndorff. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the gym, how long you've been running on the road, because now you can't run from me. The cage is set. You want to try to climb over? Good thing. I'll take you over the cage, through the crowd, through the parking lot, wherever, in the phone booth. It doesn't matter.
Orndorff, I'm taking you out of the business.
Back here at the Hotel Pennsylvania, getting set for another big match here in the UWF Fury Hour, and of course still to come, Orndorff and Dr. Death, but right now it is UWF debut time. Seems like we see that every week. A good customer here, Bruno Sammartino, man you know very well, Special Delivery Jones.
I've known SD Jones for many, many years, and I can tell you that this is truly a gentleman, really, really a super guy, a guy that as I said, known for a long time. He's a great guy.
Obviously, we cannot say that about Captain Van, who jumped the gun there and is immediately attacking SD Jones, who, by the way, has Mr. Haiti in his corner. I'm not sure who is watching that country, but Mr. Haiti is up here.
Well, I'll tell you what, Captain Bad made the attack on SD Jones, but again, he might regret that because SD Jones is a veteran. He's a guy with a lot of experience, and he can absorb a lot, and he's always got something to come back with. And as we see right now, Captain Bad made the initial attack, but right now he was in the receiving end.
And he's in a difficult position there because he's twisted between the middle and top rope when he sort of just rocking back and forth. And SD finally throws the headband off. Captain Bad wearing the mask. And, oh, good job.
Nice vertical suplex from outside. Well, you know, SD's been around this, as I said, quite a while. He's a veteran, but keeps himself in good shape. He's big, he's strong, and he's faced the best. He really has. So, you know, he's the kind of guy that any mistake an opponent can make, he can take advantage and turn into a victory.
I would think nothing really could surprise SD Jones, who tried to hook the leg, and yes, he got him. SD Jones making very quick work of Captain Bad here in his UWF debut.
Yo, man, you heard about the UWF, right? This is a new action, fast action, smooth action, silk action, big, tough guys. And SD Special Delivery Jones, the new SD Special Delivery Jones is here to stay with this office. Now, let me tell you something. We be coming all over town, and we are going to get down. You know what we got, because you've been watching us on cable. Now, we are going to settle. We're going to go on more cables. We're going to settle all over the country. And the special man is in town, because I'm going to boogie down now, baby. Look out for us. We're coming to town. SD Special Delivery Jones, the new SD Special Delivery Jones is with UWF. And you can joke, baby. We're going to get down. Phew.
I'm a soul man. I got what I got. It's another edition of Ask the Wrestlers, where a lucky viewer gets a chance to get their question answered by their favorite UWF personality. On behalf of the Klein family, Carol Klein of Steelton, Pennsylvania, would like to know about the attitude of some of the many wrestlers Captain Lou has known during his long career in wrestling. Specifically about the lifestyle, future, and eating habits of these grapplers.
Well, to the Klein family, this is Captain Lou Albano, and I want to tell you how all these athletes keep themselves in great shape, and then I want to tell you about some of the attitudes of wrestlers. I believe the professional wrestlers have some of the finest attitudes in the world today because they are truly the world's finest athletes. They get together, they work out, they are definitely dedicated to their sport, and I believe they are the best, especially athletes like Bruno Sammartino and so forth. However, when it comes down to dieting, you can look at the captain's body, and one look is enough to tell you that I know all about dieting. First of all, I would say a low-carbohydrate diet. You know what I'm talking about? In other words, watch out for your fatty foods. Watch out for your, well, you can see me with a 32-inch waist. Look at that. There you go. You know that I'm on a low-carbohydrate diet, a seafood diet. Everything I see, I eat. In other words, you can eat anything you want, providing you don't swallow. Now, this is the captain's thing. I want you to get up in the morning, drink 9 glasses of hot water. Then I want you to go back at 12 o'clock and drink 13 glasses of lemon juice with hot water. Then you turn around and eat 2 pounds of boiled ham. Make sure you take the fat off. Then at 6 o'clock in the evening, you take a bottle of Borscht. Drink, you know what Borscht is, right? Beach juice, right? Drink that down. No beer, nothing else like that. Occasionally, you can have a little bit of vodka or scotch as a vascular dilator. This is very instrumental in giving me the body that I have today. And if you want to look like me, that's what you have to do. I'm Captain Lou, baby, and I love the Klein family. Ooh, I feel good.
A free UWF t-shirt and cap is on its way to Carol. The family can take turns wearing them. If you want to be a part of Ask the Wrestlers, send a postcard with your name and address and question to Ask the Wrestlers, 702 Washington Street, Marina Del Rey, California, 90292. And thanks to everyone for your great response to Ask the Wrestlers. If you would like to see our giant television pay-per-view event, The Beach Brawl, in person, tickets are available now and they're selling very fast. Contact the Manatee Civic Center in Palmetto, Florida at 813-722-6626. The date is Sunday, June the 9th, as we crown the Sports Channel television champion.
Hey, you little Mr. Wonderfuls out there. You think Mr. Wonderful got to look like this by eating wimp food like cheeseburgers, french fries, and quiche? Get real. A talented, serious athlete like me needs real nutrition. So I drink Joe Weider's Dynamic Muscle Builder. It's got high-quality protein, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and other important stuff I need to meet my opponent in the ring. And it tastes great, too. And it's just like a thick, rich milkshake. Joe Weider's Dynamic Muscle Builder. Tough nutrition for us tough athletes. And here's the number.
Okay, Paul, to order, call 1-800-368-4UWF. Dynamic Muscle Builder is also available by sending a check or money order to Weider Health and Fitness, 702 Washington Street, Marina Del Rey, California, 90292. Or go to your nearest GNC store and ask for Dynamic Muscle Builder. The UWF Power Line is waiting for your call. 1-900-420-4UWF.
Call me now!
Coming down the aisle, weighing 285 pounds from Lakewood, Colorado, Steve Dr. Death Williams. And here he comes, Dr. Death Steve Williams, in a match that, boy, have we eagerly been anticipating. And, you know, as much as we've been looking forward to it, Bruno, you know that these two, Dr. Death and his opponent, Mr. Wonderful, have been waiting for it. It sort of had to happen, and here it is finally.
Everybody's been waiting for this match. The fans have been waiting for it. We've been waiting for it. We've been talking about it now for a couple of weeks, I guess. And these two have been waiting for it because they hate each other. They've had some severe battles, and they want to bring this thing to a conclusion. Here comes Paul Orndorff, and you can't bet that when Orndorff is walking, just a normal walk now, but watch when he steps in that cage. I'll bet you he's going to come in like a lion because he knows that in a cage you better get that head start and start getting to your man because otherwise there's nobody to break up because anything and everything goes, and it's an extremely dangerous match.
And you have to be made of something special to make that walk, to make that move into the ring, and to hear that cage door shut down, because this, of all wrestling matches, Bruno, tell me if you'll agree, is the most vicious and the most cruel and probably the most difficult thing that you could put yourself through, a cage match.
Absolutely, especially if the individuals in there utilize the cage a lot. I know all the cage matches that I was involved with, of course, your body can be torn because if you keep thrown against that wire that you see there, that'll just cut you to ribbons. Surprising here is they're both being cautious in starting the match. They finally locked up and are going. I thought that when Orndorff was going to come in, I thought that either Williams was going to attack him as he came in or Orndorff was going to fly in and attack him. Instead, they measured each other well, and now the attack has finally begun.
And Dr. Death going right after Mr. Wonderful early on, headbutt after the several rights to his face and another one. And of course, in the preceding weeks, we have seen very bloody battles, actually preceding months, really. This has been going on for some time, and just about every time, Bruno, has wound up to be something you almost want to turn your head away from the set and not look at. It has been nasty.
Absolutely, and right now, so far, they're using these different maneuvers on one another. They have not used the cage, but you can bet that as this thing goes, whoa, surprising.
Orndorff trying to get out of there. He's going to end this one early, perhaps. Oh, he's pulled down by Dr. Death.
Right.
Unusually here, the third man in the ring is not the referee. It is our very, very courageous UWF cameraman.
I am surprised that Orndorff tried to make that quick exit because if he succeeded, of course, it would have been great. He would have been the winner. But in talking to him and seeing him now angry and so forth, I'd have thought that there would be no attempt so early to get out because they each want to prove that they can do away with the other individual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that was a little surprising to me. Right now, also, they're kicking, they're punching, and there's the first shot, and it didn't work. I was going to say they hadn't really utilized the cage yet. But now Orndorff makes that first move, and you see Williams caught himself with his hands to keep distance so that his head wouldn't hit against that wire.
I guess you couldn't really blame one of them for trying to make a quick exit. I mean, even these guys probably, do they enjoy this kind of match? What is the psyche?
No, that's the objective, is to get out of the cage. Don't misunderstand. That's absolutely proper. But I just felt that with the hate between these two, I thought that before that they would even make an attempt, that they wanted to show the audience that they had control, that they you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there goes Dr. Death, just as we're talking about this, and Orndorff, does he have enough?
No, he's got that leg. There's no way that Dr. Death's going to get out. Not as long as Orndorff's got a hold of that leg.
He had the leg, but for a while he just had the tights, and it looked like Dr. Death might sneak out of there.
Takes it to a suplex. Look at that. Turned it into a suplex. Now, if Orndorff can get up and deliver a couple quick knee drops or something on Dr. Death's head, he can walk right out of that cage. But Orndorff himself looks like he's very shaken, isn't he?
Now, in this particular match, Bruno, there is no real gate that you're allowed to go out of. Some cage matches you can actually walk through the gate, but are they allowed out here?
They're allowed anyway. They're allowed over the top. They can go through the door. Whichever way they choose, they can get out. And I must tell you something. I was involved in a lot of cage matches in my career. Is that a sleeper here coming up?
Trying to get that on. Yes, he does.
Hey, if he can succeed and put him to sleep with it, see what Williams did. Very smart. He ran with him right against that cage.
Williams also took the brunt of that, Bruno. His head hit the lower part of the cage.
Craig and Bruno, we must take a break now, but we'll be right back.
And you could just see, Bruno, we are early on in this match, but you could just see the effects of wrestling with a steel cage around the ring. It's almost incomprehensible that you would want to get in the ring here and get into this kind of matchup. And you can hear the grunts.
Did I see, I can't see too good here. Did I see Orndorff's head, maybe from when he was sent with that blow against the cage? He may have a
Yes, he has. You're right, Bruno. There's just nothing new for these matchups.
No, you will never see a cage match that you don't see the opponents bleeding. You can't help it, you know, not when you get thrown against that cage.
Normally, I guess you wouldn't mind going into the ropes because you can sometimes generate offensive attack off the ropes. But in this matchup, you hit the ropes. Next up is that steel cage to greet you.
Which is another thing that I like about UWF, because this is the way a cage match should be. That's the way it always was. Some of these other leagues, they have a cage that's like 5 feet away from the rings, and it's not a cage. It's like a steel ladders. I don't know how to describe. You know, it's got those crossbars that you can step in and walk through, which
looks like a jail almost.
Yeah, like a jail is right.
Orndorff going after him, and he's going to get him just in time again.
And this is the real cage, because over here you're right by that ring here, and so that you can utilize against an opponent, and that's why this is more dangerous, and that's why always somebody's going to get hurt here. Whoa! What's this? All he has to do is take that leg over, and he's up.
He was very close to doing it. He rocked him with a right hand. And boy, talk about danger, fighting off the top ropes there with the two of them. And the blood gushing down ahead of Paul Orndorff.
Yeah, but wait a minute now. Williams just kicked Orndorff down. He was all the way up on top of the cage. I wonder why he didn't try to just step out and get out. I guess he thinks that he's got Orndorff in serious enough trouble. He decided to come in and punish him some more and really, really punish him before he goes out of that cage, so he leaves no doubt in anybody's mind as to who the clear-cut winner really was.
Setting up for football-style tackle, he misses and bangs off the cage and down.
Boy, he hit that cage hard. I mean, he hit that so hard with his head. I would be surprised if that didn't cut his head some, because he came flying against that cage. And that, well, let's see. I don't see anything. Maybe he was lucky. Maybe he didn't get any kind of cuts, but that wire, that'll touch every time that you hit it with your, you know, with your body part. Oh, look at this. Look at Williams.
You're right again, Bruno.
Look at Williams. Well, I'll tell you what, he must have a bigger gash than Orndorff, because his face looks much bloodier than Orndorff did. Look at that. Very clear now. You can see the blood.
It looks like he has put on a red mask. And you're right. He hit that. I don't think he could have been going any faster when he went into the steel cage. Orndorff able to get out of the way, so their two are pretty much evened up in the blood department. Both gushing into their eyes. And that could be a factor here.
Well, I think
going for the door here. The door is open. He's going to try and get out the gate, and he can't get all the way out.
You know, they both have come so close about 3-4 different times of getting out of that cage, and just in the nick of time that the other one was able to stop it.
Referee closes the door. Referee works outside of the cage. Well, this has been everything we expected once again here. In a courageous battle by both of these guys, but boy, it's been bloody.
Well, of course, what can you expect in a cage match? That is it. Both of these guys are bleeding. Who knows, by the time this match is over, how much more damage they will have done to one another. And you know what? You don't know the damage. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear the force he hit it with? The thing is, it's not just what happens here right now. Who's going to win, who's going to lose. It's how much permanent damage will they have done to one another. It can't get that bad.
And you know, it means so much to these guys after what they have gone through the last couple of weeks. Here's Williams going for the gate, and this could be it. Dr. Death going outside and yanked back by Orndorff. Can he get him? Yes, he can.
So
he pulls
close.
him back in.
So close. Williams so close. I'll tell you, Orndorff used every bit of strength to rush, get himself over there because he was quite stunned. And when he saw that he was almost out, he plunged at him and grabbed that leg and stopped him. But they're tired. You can see even Orndorff, who's got the upper hand now, he's moving slow. He's breathing heavy. A match like this will really take its toll on you.
And Dr. Death, going to the top steel cage, banging his head in and falling backward. And it looks like the cage is almost starting to give at this point from the punishment it has taken.
And listen to those fans. Are they excited or what? They're seeing a real brawl in there, a real battle.
Both of them battling, and both into the steel cage. And this may be who has the most left is going to win this match.
I would say that this match is coming near the end because right now, as you can see, they are both hurting. They're both hurting bad. They're both tired. They're both slowing down. Look at Williams. Look, he's going to try to get over the top. Look how slow.
Can he make it over there? I mean, the only conclusion could be going out to the gate. Williams is going to give it a shot.
Yeah, but he's not going to make it. Here comes Orndorff. He's going too slow. Look at that. See how slow he's going? I mean, he's shot.
Orndorff pulling on the boot.
Oh!
Back down. Oh, he landed on the top
Right
rope.
on that top rope. That's it. That's it. He's done. He's done. Orndorff's got it. There's no way Williams is going to get up. He's done. Orndorff is the winner.
There's the open gate.
There's your winner.
The open gate. Somebody just came over there to close the gate.
What happened?
I saw somebody run by.
Oh, my
And they closed the gate. Who is it? It's Gordy.
Gordy. Oh,
Gary
that's
Gordy.
a shame.
And Cactus Jack. Gordy's coming in.
Hey, wait a minute, though. They got to give Orndorff the winner. He was out. He was out there. Had it not been for Gordy, he would have been out. And now look at this.
Cactus Jack making sure no one goes out now, and Gordy is in hammering away.
Well, what happened to the referee outside the cage? I haven't seen him.
There's not much you can do, really, because Cactus Jack is taking care of everybody who's trying to get into the cage area. This is really bizarre. A steel cage match, and you're normally trying to get out, and the big concern now is who can get in to try and save Mr. Wonderful.
Now there's Morocco. He's on Cactus Jack. They're outside battling.
And that might be enough to get the Rock into this thing. Gordy over there. Gordy hammering away at Morocco as he tries to come into the ring.
You know what happened here, I think, when the Gordy came in, I think that they must have nailed the referee from behind because the referee's no place to be seen, and because otherwise the referee would have done something about it.
Morocco obviously right at home in this kind of environment. He's been in them before, and he's knocking Gordy into the cage. He knocked down Dr. Death. Still trying to recover his Orndorff. Cactus Jack outside with Chris Michaels. And just who do you keep your eye on here? Morocco into the cage.
Morocco gets ridden by Gordy and Williams. And look at, now he's hurting. Oh my, look at.
Orndorff still just cannot get up.
Now look at, they're going out of the cage. Gordy and Williams.
And unfortunately,
still don't see the referee.
There's nothing the Rock and Mr. Wonderful can do about it. Here's Orndorff. Still bent over.
The referee, I just seen the referee, looks like he's stunned. He must have just got up because he got hit and he's holding his head. So I bet you when they came in from the back, they must have really nailed that referee. Down he went, and he has no clue as to what's taking place. Now the question is, what is the referee going to do here? Whose word's he going to take for what? And what is the decision going to be?
And there is, of course, no instant replay here in the UWF. And this may be a reason to have it.
Indeed. Now we're going to have to just wait and see here because I'm confused. Who is the winner here?
Well, in the match that we thought would end all, we are now left wondering, Bruno, because it appears it's going to have to be a double disqualification with the referee getting knocked out. Question marks continue with Orndorff and Dr. Death.
Ring is your link to all the news and goings-on in the Universal Wrestling Federation. Find out where the UWF is going to be next. And hear comments from your favorite UWF wrestlers like Paul Orndorff, Dr. Death, Steve Brian Blair, and yes, even Colonel De Beers. Just dial 1-900-420-4UWF and find out about the Universal Wrestling Federation.
Hey fans, now you can deck yourself out with great-looking UWF merchandise and be the envy of the neighborhood. All kinds of wearing apparel is available in all sizes and great-looking colors. To order a free merchandise brochure, just write to the UWF, 702 Washington Street, Marina Del Rey, California, 90292. Walk in style with the UWF trademark merchandise.
UWF, the Universal Wrestling Federation, the pinnacle in sports programming.